Hello, dear colleagues from the orthodontic world. My name is Júlio Gurgel. I am a professor at the São Paulo State University in Brazil. I'm the author of the first edition of the book MARPE, Expanding the Limits of Orthodontics. This video is the medium release of the second edition of this book in English language. This second edition of the book MARPE aims to offer broad technical scientific content of maxillary expansion assisted by mini implants. The responsibility of preparing this rich material encouraged me to invite my friends Carlos Flores-Mir and Adilson Ramos as co-authors, so that we could brainstorm ideas with more freedom and in the best manner. The distribution of chapters, themes, and the interaction with the authors of those chapters result from our combined analysis for the most significant benefit of the reader. The invited co-authors are among the leading experts in the world about maxillary expansion and skeletal anchorage. This book has 16 chapters offering broad technical content about maxillary expansion assisted by mini implants. The book presents basic concepts of the skeletal anchorage and transverse discrepancy diagnosis to different applies models and posterior cross-bite treatment protocols. Chapter 1 and 2 describe the general concept of the diagnostic in orthodontics and the technical aspects of mini implants. Chapter 3 presents an overview of the histological, anatomical, and morphological elements of the mini implants and mini plates. The chapter 4 and 5, the reader are exposed to different treatment options for the maxillary transverse discrepancy in children, adolescents, and adult patients, from the most simple to the most complex appliance, with or without posterior crossbite. From chapter 6 until chapter 16, MARPE takes the spotlight. These chapters describe with details models, technical aspects, biomechanics, protocols, and effects of MARPE. My friends Adilson and Carlos will now tell us more about these chapters. Thank you.
It was a great pleasure and opportunity to collaborate with Dr. Gurgel and Dr. Flores-Mir in this rich, illustrated, and up-to-date MARPE book. And we must thank the outstanding contribution of our colleagues around the world. In Chapter 6, written by Dr. Gurgel, the expander models and technical details are presented, showing their particularities. In Chapter 7, written by Dr. Ramon Mompel and Dr. Mompel and also Dr. Gurgel, clarifies the steps for digital design and virtual planning of MARPE, also pointed mixed digital and analogical planning. The procedure for MARPE insertion and its clinical management are described and illustrated in Chapter 8 by Dr. Gurgel. The Chapter 9 elucidates the skeletal and functional responses to MARPE skeletal expander by Dr. Won Moon, one among the pioneers on MARPE techniques. And in the subsequent chapter, Dr. Noor Tahaf and Dr. Benedict Wilms brings the application of the hybrid hierarchies in Class 3 growth modification. Now I will get Dr. Flores-Mir the chance to talk a little bit more about our book and the other chapters.
It has been a real pleasure to serve as co-editor of this wonderful book. Our strong team has been able to compile a series of quite useful chapters that enhance our understanding of MARPE management. Chapter 11, Digital MARPE in Combination with Aligners Therapy by Dr. Ramon Mompel and Dr. Jay Bowman, offer an interesting take on how to incorporate digital processes in the preparation of MARPE devices either before or simultaneously with clear aligners. Meanwhile, Chapter 12, Rationale and Management of Maxillary Transverse Problems in Adult Patients by Dr. Young Chel Park, offers his view on MARPE's success, analyzing finite element analysis results, expansion success rates, and his view on the conceptual differences between RME, SARME, and MARME. One case is showcased with an hybrid approach. Chapter 13, History of Biomechanics of MARPE by Kyung-Joo Lee, offers an historical perspective on the development of MARPE and digs deep into the biomechanical considerations when planning for this type of MARPE approach. Chapter 14, Maxillary Expansion and Obstructive Sleep Apnea by Adilson, Ramos, and Carlos Flores-Mir, offers a synthesis of our understanding of the portrayed impact of MARPE on increasing upper airway dimensions. Emphasis is noted on the need to participate in an interdisciplinary management approach. Chapter 15, Periodontal Aspects Related to Maxillary Expansion with TADS by Chiban Mehta and Dr. Sumit Yadav, offers a comprehensive analysis of the potential impact of different MARPE approaches on periodontal tissues. The final chapter by Cecilia Pins-Versalino, Lael Silva, and Júlio Gurgel, Changes in Stability Predictability of Mini-Screw-Assisted Rapid Palatal Expander, reminds us of considerations needed to decrease the potential failures on MARPE approaches, as well as the concomitant increase in predictability on this management approach. Again, thanks a lot. I hope that you find the book quite useful. Have a great evening.